Hi, I'm Melanie from Parenting High Schoolers, and I'm here today to talk about part two of This Is Good. I had thought I was going to do a three-part series on this book, and I totally could. I could talk about every chapter because there's so many nuggets of gold. So let me tell you real quick, I've done video one about this, so if you've not seen it, please I will link it below at the end of this video, or just go now. I'll put the link in the description below. But Tami Matheny wrote this, and just real quick, she's the owner of Refuse to Lose Coaching and author of several books. As a mental skills coach, she assists people in all walks of life, not just athletes, improve their confidence, focus, motivation, mental toughness, leadership, teamwork, etc. Tami has a passion for helping others develop confidence and overcome adversity. And this book in particular is about a season of soccer, women's soccer at Belmont College. And when I finished the book, I was like, oh, it was such good life advice, not just athletic advice, not just coaching advice. She wants you to look for the this is good moments. And I describe what those are in video one, so I'm not going to go back. But the rest of the book, or the entire book, has so many nuggets of wisdom that your teen could apply in life in general. So if you have a student athlete, I highly recommend this book. But even if you don't have a student athlete, Tami Matheny's mental skills coaching from this book was amazing. Now, I have not read any of her other books, but I've heard they're really good. I want to backtrack though, because in the first video I did not mention, but in each chapter there are skills or exercises that you can go in and practice or think about as you read the book. And those are all really, really good, thought-provoking things to try. But I think I did the first 6 chapters. So then the whole book is, I think, 31 chapters, 32. And she goes through the whole season and she talks about what each player, as well as the team together, and herself as the mental skills coach. I don't know if there's like a real term for that or if that's just what she was, but what she even was learning as she coached these girls. It was a frustrating season. They did not start off well, and I'm not going to give away the ending, but it did not turn out the way I thought. And yet those girls had a season that I don't think they'll ever forget. I don't think anyone involved in that season will ever forget. And so some of the words that I'm just going to throw out here are simple words, but the thought and the effort behind them take a lot of mental energy and effort. So the words that I'm going to throw out at you are commitment, attitude, positive thinking, and staying the course. All of those are key words when you're thinking about an athlete, but they're also really key words when you think about life or school or projects or getting a job. As I read this book, I felt like every chapter spoke to me. There was some kind of a nugget, whether it was from Tami, a quote from her, or a thought from her, or she included quotes and thoughts from other, Tony Robbins, and I think there was one from Muhammad Ali, like different athletes or coaches that had these nuggets of wisdom that fit so beautifully into the chapters that she wrote. Again, this is not just for athletes, although it is written about a sports team. If you like soccer at all, you probably would really like this book. Soccer was something my kids played when they were younger, so a lot of it was sort of a stretch for me. But like I said, so many of the things I was like, oh, this is something I can incorporate in my classroom with my preschoolers, for goodness sake. Or like last year, if I had read this, I could have really taught some of these things to my middle schoolers, and I did, but I would have had the wording so much better if I had read Tami's book at the time. I want to encourage you to pick this book up. I'll have a link to it below. Just know that when I recommend a book, I don't recommend them lightly. I don't recommend a lot of books. I am an avid reader, but unless I feel like it's going to be really helpful to you as a parent or as someone that works with teens, I'm not going to say anything about it. I am thrilled to say that I felt like this book was great. It's different. It's not something I would have picked up otherwise, but I'm really glad that I did. I felt like I learned a ton on every page. If you have any questions about anything that she wrote, tag Tami at Tami Matheny or at Refuse to Lose Coaching in the comments below, and she will, as well as I, will answer them. I'm sure she would love to have more conversation. She's got a great Facebook group. If you're not a part of that, I highly recommend you looking into that. And there are, in the book, there are links, and I will ask her if she would mind if I link it on the video. Hang in there, parent your teen the best you can. It takes a village, and we're all in this together. And I'll see you next week.